Hey guys, welcome to the Fat Quarter Shop live stream. Today is August 23rd, 2019. And I want to give a big shout out to Teresa who sent us a super chat. We totally appreciate that. Totally not necessary, but makes me feel good and makes me feel like people love watching.
Yes, thank you, Teresa.
Yes, Lily says thank you too. So I'm going to start with Make-A-Wish. So this is our charity quilt for next year. We don't have our donation link up. But they are working on it at Make-A-Wish. It's all in their control because we don't want to collect the money and give it to them. We want it to go directly to them. But we got to grant our first wish 2 days ago. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and a little bit about Central Texas Make-A-Wish. So because I got to talk to the coordinators at Make-A-Wish. So at Make-A-Wish, they have two coordinators. They have one coordinator that works with corporations like us. And then they have one that works for the family, and then they join together. And so we were talking to the coordinator that works with the companies, and she said in Central Texas, Austin area, 500 families apply. You apply for it to get a wish, and only 300 are granted. So I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that had donated this year because that means 4 wishes will be granted that would not have been granted. 4 wishes. So our first wish was a little girl named Avery. She's 8. Oh my gosh, she's super cute, and she's going on a Disney cruise. And she gets to take her brother, who is 5. He's in kindergarten, and the parents, who are a little bit like, what are we doing? Because they were shocked. So I'm going to tell you a fun story because I really didn't know this either. Make-A-Wish is not, you don't have to be terminal. It doesn't have to be a terminal disease. So when you do Make-A-Wish, one thing that the doctors come in and say, do not do what your parents want. You pick a wish, because the doctors will usually come in, if you're a cancer patient, for example, and tell you all about Make-A-Wish, and they tell the little girl or the little boy, you have to pick a wish that you want. Do not let your parents tell you. That's like part of the thing. And then the Make-A-Wish people tell the parents, you cannot tell them what you want. Let them pick yourself. And don't ask them what they're going to say. Because they want it to be really that kid's wish, which is totally awesome. So this little girl goes in, Avery goes in, and her parents had no idea what she was going to say. And she said she wanted to go on a Disney cruise, and the parents were like, what? They've never been on a cruise. And they think it's because the Disney Channel is like advertising it, but she does love all the princesses and all that, so it's going to be awesome. So they didn't know anything about a Disney cruise, and Kevin and I went on one, a long time ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, so we were like kind of telling them, and then she was talking about all this other stuff, so it's totally changed. It really makes me feel good. I hope it makes all of you feel good, that you can make a difference. And a big shout out to Moda Fabrics, who donates $10,000 also. We are making a difference. And so super excited that we can do 4 wishes this year. Kevin's goal is 5 wishes next year. So we're going to get there.
I have the picture if we want to show it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Let me show you. Yes. Okay. So that's me on the left. Kevin. That's Jocelyn. Big shout out to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's the one who originally came up with the idea. She always does the designs, and she is very hard on herself to get the best designs so we can make the most money. In the front is Avery, and she obviously has short hair because she has lost her hair, but it's growing back, so that's awesome. Behind her is her mother, Allison, and she's pregnant, so they're going to have another baby. And then that little boy is Parker, her brother, and the dad is James. And super exciting. And she's super excited to go.
Oh, hang on. Give me one sec. There we go.
And they have, so Make-A-Wish has picked the next 2 wishes that we're going to grant. And so basically our coordinator helps us pick them, and then the other coordinator on the family side, they get to pick the timing and all that. So we're just waiting for those 2 families to finalize, because you got to pick where you're going to go, do the travel plans, and then when you meet, like when you do the wish grant, like for example, Avery had no idea she was even going to a Make-A-Wish event. Her mom told her they were going to give her a surprise, and so they said, oh, we're going to get queso.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So so when they go to the actual grant, the coordinator for the family sits down and gives them all of their information, like here's your confirmation numbers, all the things. So thank you to all you guys, and we will keep you posted on everything that we do. Obviously the parents were very receptive. They wanted us to show her picture because they said they really wanted us to show because they wanted more people to donate. And to make it more real. So I'm not exploiting the children. The family actually asked me to show so that we could really show that you're making a difference. And we'll be doing this again next year. This is the charity quilt. I'll show you one more time. I showed this last week. This is our charity quilt for 2020. It's easier for me to hold in half because of that. And we're going to be adding a cross stitch for next year so that we can hopefully get to the $50,000. And here's the back. So that is super exciting. And now I'm going to move on to new Moda.
Well, hang on.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
We had Renee CPK Wrap give us $22 worth in super chats. So
Thank you.
Several confetti cannons for you, Renee. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And we have a new member, Erica Burrell. Welcome, Erica. There is a coupon for YouTube members that's available until tomorrow if anyone wants to get in on that.
Yeah, and so if you're a member already, if you go into your community tab, it's there. So and it's it's related to Moda. So I'll just say that.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is last Friday, after I met with the Moda sales reps. So the Moda sales reps come, just like all the companies, every couple months, and they show us, they call them buckets. So I'll just say that they show you collections. So I thought I would pull a layer cake, thumb through it, tell you a little bit about it so you can see it up close. So I'm going to put the board kind of here and let Lily zoom in, and hopefully, and then y'all can comment and tell us which one's your favorite so that we know which one to order more of. So this one is called Bramble Cottage. It's by Brenda Riddle of Acorn Designs. So this is Brenda. And this one is going to be shipping in January. So I'm going to just flip. Can you zoom in more, Lily?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hang on. More? I can do more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. So we can really see. And you're going to see duplicates in this because that's how layer cake is. So I'm just going to go through. Again, this is a January ship date. And it's got some pinks, some taupey grays, pinks. We're going to see some blues. And her stuff always has really beautiful florals. And these dots are super cute. So there's dots in most of the colors. And at the end, I'm going to show you a kit that's offered after I show you all of her fabric. So again, this is Bramble Cottage by Brenda Riddle. Okay, so Lily's going to show the kit.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here. I'm gonna pull up the kit.
And so that kit is called Honey Crisp.
Hang on. Sorry. The graphics started going kind of crazy. Wait. It's coming. It's coming. There
So
it
the
is.
Honey Crisp is an It's Sew Emma little piece, so it's a lower price pattern. And obviously these are going to be digital images because we just got the fabric and we're going to sew them up, and I'll show you on the live stream when they're done, but super cute. So there's that one. The next one is also a January release, and it's me and my sisters. It's called Fiddle Dee Dee, and this is Barb and Mary of Me and My Sister. So this one is super bright and fun, just like all of theirs are. And I love, okay, and there's also some 108-inch wide backs. in this collection. This print, there's going to be 3 colors that are 108 inch wide. So this is one of them. And as I see them, I'll show you. I think this is another one. And I think the pink is the other one. But you can look on our website and it'll give you an accurate, but that is definitely the print that will be on the back. So lots of brights. This really works well with all of their other groups. So if you're looking for something bright, we have got bright for you. So this again is January. Oh, and there's little birds. Let me show you. Fiddle dee dee. Oh, they're not birds. They're little cuties. So there's that one. And then this is a quilt kit. It is designed by me and my sisters. It's called More or Less, and it's a very beginner friendly quilt. Our next one is Indigo Gatherings by Primitive Gatherings. So this is Lisa Bonjean. She's the designer of this fabric, and she is the genius idea behind my starching method. So, and she's awesome. So this one is more of a shirtings look with, this is obviously a shirtings, it's the color of shirtings, and then she's gonna have 2 different blues in here. Excuse me. And so I love that this one is very traditional. We have some quilters that only want traditional, so this definitely fits the bill. And I'm gonna show you the difference in the 2 blues, so you can really see the difference there. So that's kind of the difference in the 2 blues, so you can just see them next to each other. And again, this is a January ship date. I hope I'm not going too fast or too slow, but I definitely want you to like, comment, and tell us which one you like the best. And we're pre-selling some of these, and some of them we're just you can get notified when they come in. And you can, the back of this is really nice too. Here we go. So really nice traditional group. Skipped one. And I think it makes a difference in really seeing the fabric, because then you know if you really like it. So that again is Indigo Gatherings, and it is January, and we have a quilt kit called Night Sky.
It's coming up.
It's okay. And that is designed by, I believe, Crystal in the It's So Emma team. If it wasn't Crystal, I'm very sorry, but definitely It's So Emma team. And we wanted something really traditional and something that would work well if you were doing black and white or red and white or green and white. Something where you could pull from your stash but is very traditional, because we know a lot of you love traditional.
And then we had a question from a few people asking, what is shirtings?
Okay, so shirtings are prints like this. So a shirting is something that I believe used to be on shirts, and they just have this look. They're never a white background, they're more of a cream. And I hope somebody can come in and give a better description, but I know that it is something that originated in 1800s reproduction. And then I want to move on to my very favorite thing from the whole line. It is the new block of the month, Mackinac Island.
Quilt kit? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be one of the quilt kits. That is a quilt kit that is designed by Lori Simpson. It looks like a flag. And that outside print you're going to see is an actual print in the collection, which is super awesome. And then click to the next one. And the next one is going to be Derby House Block of the Month. This is going to be an 11-month block of the month. You can click on the website and see all of the details if you want to see pricing. It is a definite mix of piecing and applique, and I will tell you, I love this, and I am always very cognizant of, I only want to make stuff that I love, first of all, because you should only do what you love. You shouldn't do something just because somebody else does. I'm always telling my kids that. Don't be a follower, be a leader, be a trendsetter. But I love, I just love this. I don't know, and I don't even have red or blue in my house, really. I have gray. But I love this. It is definitely for an experienced quilter and someone who has some applique experience, but I love it. And so, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I guess a lot of people are saying it's spelled Mackinac but pronounced Mackinac.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Mackinac.
I thought it was Mackinac as well.
And so this is the collection. So this is Lori Simpson. She's the quilter. This is Polly Minnick. She's a very famous rug hooker. So you can buy her rugs. Look them up. They're very expensive. She's done work with Ralph Lauren and people like that. And they're lovely women. But this fabric is delicious. There is honestly no other word for this fabric. So just wait. You're going to just love it. Okay, so look at that dot. But we have some other things up our sleeve with this. I mean, this is not the perfect color and the perfect size. I love this group so much that we might go a little bit crazy with a lot of things. So I'm just warning you, you're going to see a lot of it. But this floral, I'm going to actually, because I love this collection so much, mess it up a little bit. So you can really see how beautiful it is. And she has a lot of backgrounds in here, which I think is what makes that block of the month so pretty. I'm going to be honest and tell you I'm not sure if I'm going to attempt it, but man, I love it. I'd pay a pretty penny for that quilt. Check that out. This is luscious. I mean, I can't even. This is my favorite. Look at that. Wait till you see the white. The white is the best one. I'm so excited about this one. And I'm not a red, white, and blue person. This is perfect for me. Hello. Pink and red. I need to make some clothes out of this. Look, I would look so cute in a shirt like this. Look.
Yes.
Oh, I need it. It's so cute. But I love it. I really, really, truly love this. Look at that. That is the prettiest. I told my sales rep I thought that was the prettiest print they've done in 10 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love it. Look at that dot. So this one I expect to be very popular. And okay, I'm going to pull this out.
Ooh.
Yes, so it is running yardage of stars. And there's 3 colors. So there's the red, the blue, and then there's a navy. And this will be great for Quilts of Valor quilts. And it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I haven't seen anything like this in a while. So I love it. So that again is Mackinac Island, spelled Mackinac Island. So I'm going to go on to the Sherry and Chelsea collection called Summer Sweet. This is what we used in our charity quilt. So you got to see this last week. This is Sherry, and this is her daughter Chelsea. And they've been Moda designers for quite a while. This is oh good, you can see it. That is like a print. It's a solid, it gives a solid look like that, but it actually has a little print on it. It's really pretty. In our block of the month, just so you know, we did use a Bella. We did not use that SKU. This is cute. Little daisies. I love the colors. I think her stuff can really mix well with Fig Tree Quilts fabrics and with Corey Yoder fabrics. So that's always nice. And just for everybody who's asking, the cross stitch for our next year's charity, we did a cross stitch so that we can try to raise $50,000 instead of $40,000. I started it last night, and it is going to be delicious. We, not I, finalize, this is really cute, this daisy. Finalize the colors and finally found the DMCs that we felt really matched the quilt. And we have a fun fabric that we're using for it, something we haven't used before. So again, this is Sherry and Chelsea Summer Suite. And this one ships in January. So your block of the month will start, or not your block of the month, the charity will begin in February, but your kits will ship in January, so that gives enough time to get the kits to everyone, especially our international customers that take longer to get to. And then we also have a kit. So you can go ahead and pop up that kit.
Oh, okay.
So that is a quilt kit. That is a design. The pattern is called Gelato, and that is designed by Sherry, and it's beautiful and it's pieced, and it looks totally different than our charity quilt. I totally want to make it, so I want to make both of them. And then there's one more. That is called XOXO, and that is, we are doing a Jolly Bar from our Summer Suite collection. And that is an awesome Jolly Bar design that Crystal Stahl did for us. She works here at Fat Quarter Shop, and I love it. It's awesome. So that again is Summer Suite by Sherry and Chelsea. This is Canning Day by Corey Yoder, and we have a lot of videos coming with this collection, or with her, sorry, with her next collection. But you're gonna love them. Okay, so this is Corey. Canning Day. And look, it's so cute. So this one is a February ship date, and we've got 2 kits. So this one is February, so we went from January and now we're going into February. Okay, there's a couple prints just like this, and I love them because I always love two-tone things, and this would be a beautiful backing. And it would work on so many different designers, but I really like simple backings, and that's really awesome. So this stripe would look great on a binding, and if you did a bias binding, look how that would look. That's how a bias binding would look. It would look really good. So pretty. And see, these yellows and greens really mix well with Summer Suite. This is delicious. Hello, this matches my kitchen. I need a table runner with that. Stat. Yeah, it matches my kitchen perfectly. My kitchen is actually all white, and then I have a little bit of yellow and gray. I actually don't have a ton of color in my house. We like things very simple, so kind of hard sometimes for me to find things. But I just have random quilts everywhere. The quilts don't have to match. And this is another one of those prints that I love. And this is kind of a pinky peach. It's not peach and it's not pink. It's both. And it depends really what light you're in. But these are Kimberly colors. One day I'm gonna just put together a big old mix of these. So again, this is another stripe that if you put it on the bias, it would end up looking more like that. Really beautiful collection. Great job, Corey. So we're going to pop up some of the kits now. Oh, and this is a background weight. Okay, so there you go. You can see that this is a white on white print. And you can see that print. Really cute. And this would work, of course, this is like one of those things that would work with all kinds of designers. It's a really nice white. Okay, so now we're going to pop up some of the kits. This one is Scattered Stars Quilt Kit. This one's by Corey. And then the next one, actually that previous one was our Jolly Bar quilt kit. And this one is called Freshly Cut, and this is a design by Corey Yoder. And it's little mason jars with flowers. And so we'll have this as a quilt kit. And of course, we're gonna show you photos of the actual quilt. We just have digital right now because the fabric just came out and we just saw it 7 days ago. But this is beautiful and I love it, and that would make a really cute table runner. And you could even alternate upside down, straight up, upside down, and just do a table runner, a long skinny table runner with that. So there's a lot of things you could do with that design, and that design is by Corey Yoder.
Also, real quick, I'm seeing on Instagram, they're telling me that the pop-ups aren't coming up for them. That's something we can only do on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes, so for the pop-ups, if you want to go ahead and log on to YouTube and click on Fat Quarter Shop and just follow us there, and of course the video will be there later, but YouTube has more options. The next group. Okay, I'm not a farm girl, I'm just gonna say that right now, but this is cute. So this is called Farm Charm. It's by Gingerbread. And let me tell you about these little horses and chickens. It's cute. I'm definitely not a farm girl, but this is cute. So she's got a mix of farm animals and horses. So they're kind of like, I don't know anything about animals because I'm not from the farm, but these are like, they remind me of horses that would run. And chickens. And flowers. This one's a smaller group, so there'll be more duplicates. So that's a hen, I think, because it's got a red head, right? So if it's a red head, it's a hen. I don't know.
Is that how that works?
I think so, yeah.
Huh.
And this is cute. This would be a cute binding. Yeah, Lily's not a farm girl either.
No, I am not. Also, real quick, we have a super chat for $10 from Mary Stewart. Confetti cannon for Mary. And she says, just wanted to say thank you for all the gorgeous patterns and fabric purchase enabling. Gives me something to do while my husband is deployed.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for his service.
Yes, we feel for you, Mary.
Yes. I love this tonal. See, I love tone on tone. I come back to it. Look at that sheep. Okay, I don't know, but that's cute, and that would be a really cute, when I saw this, I thought that would be a really cute pillowcase. Just because it's like the right scale. It is cute. I need a pillowcase out of that. And there's the running horses. That's what I'm calling them. They just look like they're gonna take off. And then here's the other print that's like, I think would be good with the binding. And then this is the chickens, but it's so funny because it kind of just looks like a wave almost, but it is a chicken.
Huh.
Little chicken.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's just, and then there's that beautiful farm. Oh, look at this sheep. I can't pass the sheep. Oh, little sheepy
That
sheep.
is adorable.
I know, little sheepy sheep.
Lori Holt says she's a farm girl.
Oh, yes, she is for sure a farm girl. So many things she's taught me, and she's just like, how do you not know that? And I'm like, because I don't know. I did grow up in the country, I will say that, but nobody had a farm. We just lived on a bunch of acres and a bunch of open land. That is so cute. Oh, the little sheepy sheep. There's the chickens again, or the hens. So see, you can see them in there. Little chicken. Bok bok. You're gonna get me to do balking. I was singing some song on Wednesday. Now I'm balking. Bok bok. So cute. Okay, this is dynamite. So what I like about this group is the simplicity of it, and that it doesn't have to be just for farm. Like, you could mix this print in with Me and My Sister Designs, because sometimes people will mix a black in with their really brights. And there's some more sheep. Oh, so that's super cute. This one doesn't have a quilt kit, but I'm sure you can come up with something cute to do with it. And there's those fun horses.
When is it available?
Oh, it ships in February.
Yeah, that's the number one question we're getting
Yes.
for all of them.
So the way that we did it, or the way that Denise did it, because she's so organized, is we started with January and now we're into February. So this is February. This one will have a quilt kit. This is Jo Morton, and so she used to design for Andover. Now she designs for Moda, and this is her, if you haven't seen her before. And I really like this one because I like a little bit of brown and cheddar. I don't typically sew with these colors, but if you do, this is delicious. Very, I feel like the color is very accurate, if that makes, I don't know if that's the right word, but if you like 1800s, it's really nice. And these are flowers. They look like bees on the screen, but they're not. They are definite flowers. So that is a flower.
It does look like a bee from over here.
Yeah. I like having the screen now that I can see. This is a really nice check. It looks kind of like a woven, but it is not. It is a regular print. So this would be considered 1800s reproduction. Some stripes. And now we're going to get into the colors that I find to be harvesty. So kind of coming up on that harvest pumpkin season. Lots of checks, great 1800s. And again, these are flowers, not bees. Sorry.
Oh, that's great. This is just a great comment from Melissa Gurney. She says, I literally want everything. Guess I need to rent a U-Haul and make a road trip.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you got to control yourself. You know why I show you this stuff is so you can select what you don't want. Because if you see it in person, you should be able to eliminate what you don't want. But then y'all do the opposite. So, but that's really pretty. Okay, so we've got a quilt kit with this one. It's called Lancaster Quilt Kit. It is designed by, let me see, I think this might be Miss Rosie. I'm actually not sure. I can look real quick, actually. I think it is Joe Moore. It is a project sheet. So that is a Moda project sheet. So Moda designed that. It's a real traditional quilt, and I think if you got that, what I would do is make an extra star, put that right in the center of the back, and put your label right in the center, and you would have a star back also. So that's what I would do. We're gonna go on to French General. This is called Le Beau Papillon. I know that's not how you say it. Papillon? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, Lily's got it.
No, I probably don't.
And so what she did this time is, because she does do different colors sometimes, she did a little bit of red and a couple of blues and a couple of different shades of blue. This is her texture print. It's 13529, I believe, is the SKU number. Actually, I can look. Yep, 13529. She has a lot of these that are basics. So if you like that kind of look. And so she designs her fabric based on French reproduction fabrics. And again, this is a 13529. She always has those in her groups. And it's called a French General, I don't remember, but it's 13529. So
okay, Mary on YouTube says it's papillon. It's French for butterfly.
Butterfly, great. There's the butterfly, look, Lily.
Hey.
And a ribbon. Okay, so here's where you get into the different blues. And so with this collection, what I think you could do is you could mix it, but if you didn't want to, there's definite colorways you could go into. There's some butterflies to do different colorways. So it's got a lot of options. That's really pretty. For a border, that's really pretty. And so here's the reds. And so you could do a red and white quilt or a blue and white quilt, or you could add some of that taupe in. And again, this is 13529. It has a textured look, but it is a regular cotton print. There's that stripe. And that is French General. There's a darker version of it. There we go. So that is, that's all of French General. And there's no kits on that one. So we're gonna move to Rue 1800. And that is from Three Sisters. I'm trying to. So this one I think works really nicely with, I think this one works really nicely with the French General. because when I was looking at it with Moda. Okay, so this one is a really beautiful paisley, and with my hand under it, you can really see that paisley pop out. So really nice. Really soft florals and some cute dots. So they really kind of hit it out of the ballpark this time with the dots. I love dots though, so. And there is going to be a quilt kit with this one, and I'll show that at the end. So this is kind of a fun, when I saw this, I thought it was really nice because it's not a paisley, but it has the look of a paisley. It's more of a floral. And I liked that combo.
Also, we have
another super chat from Renee C. PK Wrap. $5 from Renee. They say, I love the one with the flowers and the jars quilt kit.
Oh,
Renee.
thank you. So that is Corey Yoder's. And that is called Canning Day. So here again is that paisley print. And it's just soft. Really, it would be a great backing. Now this collection also has some 108-inch wide, and those are in this print, I believe. Could be wrong, but I believe this collection has some 108 wide fabrics. So this is a cute dot. Very cute. I could just do a quilt with these dots. Oh, this collection would work well with Brenda Riddle's. That's the one. I knew there was one. So Brenda Riddle's collection and this collection would play nicely together. I don't know, I'm always thinking of mixing and matching and stuff. And I try to think of what the customers would want. Look at that. That's luscious. And this is a really nice, this is why I think it works well with Brenda's. I'm going to pull Brenda's up and show you why. If you pull up her taupes, there's like a lighter and a darker kind of, but they do in person look really nice together. Oh, a dot. I missed a dot. Look at that dot. Can't miss a dot. There's that.
Can you remind us what the collection's called again?
Yes, Rue 1800 by Three Sisters. And this ships in February. And we can pop up the quilt kit now. It is called Henriette.
Project sheet.
It's a project sheet. So that means that someone at Moda designed it. And it's got beautiful stars. And that border looks really fun and really hard. So if you want to take a challenge and have those bias edges on your border, you go right for it. But I'd be scared of that. And we've got one more collection. Now this one is going to be totally different. This is French General. It's not the same, but it is by French General. It's called French Sashiko. So I'm going to show you the colors. It will come as yardage. Of course, it's more per yard. You can see how thick it is. These are the 6 colors of the solids, and it's a linen, so it's kind of an open texture. I mean, it's got texture. And then this is what I think you guys are going to love. Sashiko. So the print is already on it. It's got the look. So I'm going to show you the solids in like real yardage so you can see. It's thick. The front and the back are identical. And then this, OMG. Look at this. This is beautiful. So this is the front. And so you can see when you cut it, it cuts your stitches because they're real stitches. And then this is the back. And the back looks really nice also. It doesn't look messy or anything. And so this is for that look if you want to cheat and pretend you did Sashiko, but you don't really. And I think this would look really nice as a binding. It would be hard to do because it's more of a texture. But if you just put that on the edge of a binding, that would be really cool and give it a nice effect. So that is all of Moda. So let's chat about Moda and tell me what you think.
Okay.
And ask me any questions. I did bring the catalog so that I could answer any questions that you might have.
Okay.
And the catalog, because I know you're going to ask, the catalog is only for quilt shops. it is a way for you to be able to buy your fabric. So it's not available to stores. I mean, it's not available to customers, but they do have a flip through that you can look at on their website if you're interested.
Well, I think based on the chat, at least right now, Mackinac was the most popular collection.
Yeah,
is what we're seeing.
Yes.
But if you guys want to wait until after the live stream and also like put your comments down below, then we can actually like tally it up and see which one was the most popular. And then the first question is actually from Tina Rutan, and it was when we showed the Make-A-Wish photo. She says, "Is that Mr. Jolly, Kevin, behind Kimberly in the picture?"
Okay, so go back to that picture if you can.
Yes.
So Kevin is very shy. And when I say shy, I mean real shy. But he almost cried when we walked away from this wish, when we were walking out of the restaurant. And he asked Jocelyn, "Jocelyn, do you think we can do 5 wishes this year?" And she said, "No, but I think we can next year." So I said, "What if someone gives a really big donation to Make-A-Wish next year? Would you get on a live stream?" And he said, "No, but I'll personally call them." I just thought that was sweet. He's so shy. I do want to eventually get him on a live stream, but it's just not his jam. I'm pretty introverted. Like in real life, I don't talk very much. But I do love the live stream because it's really what I'm passionate about is all the things. But yeah, that's Kevin. And all my children look just like him. So he won the genetic lottery. You know, so think about when you're like a little kid. What do you want when you're a little girl? You want a little girl that looks just like you, right? You want the same hair. You want the same eye color. You want them to look just like you. Emma is like her daddy's twin. But she acts just like me though. So I got one of them. She doesn't look like me. None of my kids actually look like me. My son Will does favor my mother, and all of my children have red hair like my mother. So there you go, Mom, you got that. And my niece and nephew on that side have the exact same hair color. So we got 6 that all look identical. But Will does look like my dad's side and my mom's side, but the others, they don't look anything like me. But they're sweet.
And we did have a few people asking if Kevin was ever going to get on the live with you.
So I think if somebody gave a really big donation to Make-A-Wish, I could get him to sit here for 5 minutes. And I think that's probably all I could get. Or he would personally call you. Because Make-A-Wish, we have 4 children. And we talk about all the time. We're lucky. We have 4 children that are healthy. We have had some issues, but nothing life-threatening, things that money could fix or health insurance could fix as much as possible. I'm not going to go into detail, but we have 4 children, but they're healthy. Like, how lucky are we? One of his best friend's child died 2 years ago. You have to think about every day, like when you wake up, you're lucky to wake up. You're lucky that you have we gotta just keep going because but we're lucky. Like, our children are healthy, they're respectful, they're good kids. Mm-hmm. We're lucky. Like, if you ever read, what's Bill Gates' wife's name? Melinda Gates. If you ever want to learn how to be a good person, read her book. Because she talks about how if you are in a capitalist society, you have to step up and you have to do what you can to help other people. If you have the ability to help someone else, do it. Because that's your gift to other people. So if you read her book, it really will inspire you to be a better person and to do what you can. Because not everybody can. And if the people that can don't step up, who is?
Wow, I'm inspired.
Sorry.
Okay, going back to Bloom-Topia, Gabriel Fuentes said, "Are the oval blocks on the quilt easy?"
Oval blocks. Okay, hold on. I think I know what he's talking about, so. Okay, so this is a half rectangle right here, and we are putting in a acrylic template to help you if you get a quilt kit. So that's going to simplify these. And the other oval that he could be talking about is this. Could be this. And I have never done this technique before, or I mean, maybe I have and just forgot. The way that Jocelyn assembles this and has you trim it down, I had no problems with it, and my points matched, and I actually didn't seam rip anything. I feel like this quilt is very beginner friendly, and I would tell you if I didn't like that Mackinac quilt, that is not for a beginner. But I think that it is very easy. I was able to do this quilt pretty quick, and I didn't have any. I mean, if I have to seam rip a lot, I know, okay, others are going to have that problem too, and I try to be as honest as I can about difficulty level, and I think that if you're a beginner, you can do it. If you're an intermediate, you can definitely do it. And if you're advanced like me, you're just going to breeze through it.
Question from Terry Lane. So happy for the Valor quilt kit. Will it meet the requirements for an official Quilt of Valor?
We will research it. Kate knows a lot about Quilts of Valor, so she can look that up and she can let you know.
And can you remind us when Mackinac Island will be available?
Yep. January.
Julie Washburn says, when do we get the pattern for the cross stitch?
That will be coming out in February. So everything charity-wise will be coming out in February. The patterns, but if we do a kit, the kit would come with it, but that would come out in January. So everything charity will be in January, and basically the only reason we don't have the Make-A-Wish length is it's not done in Austin. It's done at the corporate level, and you know, you have to go through a lot of things. You have to, anything that comes out with Make-A-Wish, they have to approve. You know, it's a big organization, so we're just waiting on corporate to get back to us, and we are going to have that link, and we are going to start raising money now to try to get to those 5 wishes.
And just funny comment, Gabriel Fuentes said, can't wait to eat up whatever you serve, Kimberly. And then he put a little fat quarter shop heart.
Yeah.
And then Denise Henry says, do you wash your quilts, or how do you keep them from getting dusty?
So I don't wash my quilts. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't like washed quilts. Obviously my children, the ones that are in their bedroom, they get washed. I don't like to wash quilts, but if I do wash them, I wash them in cold water with Dreft, which actually that's all I ever use in my house because of my allergies. But I will dry them outside or on like in the shower, over the shower, you know, over the shower curtain. If your shower curtain won't fall down, you know, we have one that will stand up. The rest will fall down. But you know, I don't like that puffy shrinked look. To not get dusty, I don't know. I'd just get the vacuum cleaner out. You want to know the truth? I'd get my son Peyton. My son Peyton is obsessed with the vacuum cleaner. Let me tell you, if I say get the vacuum, he's like, which one? Like, he's got 4 vacuum cleaners. He's obsessed. One year he got a vacuum cleaner for Christmas, and he about died. He was just like, oh, he thought it was like the best gift ever. It was like giving him a drum set or something. He loves to vacuum. So because they all have chores, especially on Fridays. So today, one of his chores is going to be to vacuum my car, and he will get that thing out. He charges it. He is ready to go. So you can just vacuum that quilt. That's what I would do. I mean, seriously, I would vacuum it with a little thing.
And I'm just going to take like 1 or 2 more comments here so we can get through the rest of the live stream. Mary Erickson said, is the Sashiko soft?
No. It's more of a true linen texture. It is, let me hold it up to the screen so you can see it, because that's going to help you. So it is very, it's not soft. It's more of what you would think home deck or home deck pillow, that kind of thing.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And Laura Ashcraft was asking, is the jar quilt all pieced? The one by Corey Yoder.
I'm going to look and see what I think. It looks to be all pieced to me, yes. Corner squares. Yep.
and then
Deona Payne asking about the very last quilt kit we talked about. I think it was Henriette. She said, is it hard even with triangles on a roll, when you were talking about the difficulty of it?
I think it would be probably intermediate. I think that outer border might be a little bit hard because it looks like to have bias edges on the outside. I'm not sure if Moda wrote that using triangle paper. But I would say it's intermediate to advanced. So I'm going to go on. I might leave this for next week just because I have so much. I do want to remind you about our Ultimate Beginner Quilt. So I'm going to show you all the quilts from our staff that are beginners. So this is Gracie. She's a beginner. This is her block 3. It's called Picture Window. And there's a video, free pattern, free video. This is Sue. She works in customer service, and that is her beginner block. And this is Lily's. Yellow. And then Angel's. There's a lot of yellow. So Angel's is, the other 3 are Bella Solids. This one is Grunge. So we're using all Moda. This is Terran's, and this is also Bella. And so we wanted to show you that other beginners can do this. This is the quilt. I'll hold it up for you. So the top row is block 1, block 2, and block 3. So this one over here is block 3. And then next week will be block 4, which is right here. And we have quilt kits, but you really need just 12 fat quarters and a sashing and border. And I really appreciate all of the nice comments on the video. They've really made my day, because I think doing those videos has been the toughest thing I've done probably in a year, even though it's a beginner series, because it's like a whole new way to think about things. And getting on video, guys, it's not easy. Like, I pretend it's easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of anxiety that comes with it. There's a lot of things. But filming it, y'all have made me feel really good, because I was so like critical of myself, and am I going to get it all? Am I going to cover it all? So I appreciate, and I really thought like I might get a lot of people who are super advanced saying like, oh, well, you didn't do this or this or this. And all your comments have been positive, which really, like, thank you. Like, it really, I was scared I was going to get a lot of negative comments. So, like, y'all have made my day, for real.
Also, just a quick shout out. We got Moda Fabrics in the chat, and they're just saying it's so awesome.
Oh, yes, and Moda, thank you, because they are our sponsor for the Beginner Quilt Series. And they gave $10,000 to Make-A-Wish, and they have done all of our charities for 7 years, and that is $70,000 that have made a difference to the charities we've done.
Oh, okay. So, shout outs for beginner series?
Oh, yes, shout outs, yes.
Scroll down here. Okay.
So this is Jessica Catterall. Caught up on the Ultimate Beginner Quilt, had decided on Tula, but thought a black and white would be different, so I'm doing both. So you can see she's on the left, she's got the 2 9 patches, and on the right, she's got the 2 stripes, and I love that she's doing something totally different. And this is so awesome. This is Karen Estepani.
Yes.
And so I like her, what she's doing is she's using grunge dots. Metallic, I don't think they're metallic. There is a metallic option, but I love the colors. I think that's fun and awesome. And it's gonna look really good. When she puts that sashing in there, they're gonna really pop. And we've got Kathy Cortez Whip. Got 2 blocks done in the Christmas colors. It's great. It's gonna be great. Thanks for the great tips, Kimberly. Yay! So she's gonna have a Christmas quilt already, and so she's gonna be ready for Christmas when we get there. And then we've got Kathy Judge Black Look, block 2 of the Ultimate Beginner Quilt Project. Despite being careful, I managed to get one of the birds pointing the wrong way and had to rip it out and redo it. I think that's totally fine. I love it. It's like their little circle of birds. And I love how she fussy cut those little birds. And then we've got Chris Scheissbein. She posts all the time in Kimberly Stitch Squad, so huge shout out to her. She said round 2 of Ultimate Beginner Quilt, using up scraps, which is exactly what we wanted you to do. And I love that. I don't even recognize that fabric, but I love the especially the 9 patch, how you use 2 fabrics instead of 9. And so this is going to give you ideas of what you can do at your house using your scraps.
Kristen Thomas PDX?
PDX. I have not been sewing at all this summer. This is not the place to share life's trials, but suffice it to say, I kind of lost my mojo. To get myself back in the game, I'm joining the Ultimate Beginner Quilt hosted by Fat Quarter Shop. Yay! I'm not a beginner, but I like the idea of reviewing some basics and relearning some things I've probably been doing wrong. Plus, I had the perfect Fat Quarter bundle of S6 linen by Robert Kaufman that's been in my stash for a few years. So awesome job. I love it, and I love that you're using S6. That's a little bit harder to use because it's got a different texture. So great job on doing that. And this is Fig Tree. I love Fig Tree. So this is M. Lelis 83, block 2 of the Ultimate Beginner Quilt. I decided to make 2 quilts for extra practice. So I love it, and I love that she's using a collection, and she's got the little diagonal with that little cranberry color. And then this is Priscilla and Chelsea's blocks. So they're really pretty. They basically picked some ginghams and some stripes and solids that kind of match their house. And they're participating, and I love it. And they have a channel called The Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, and they are cross stitchers. And if you garden, they also have stuff for gardening, and they have some cooking stuff. So they're not quilters, but they're joining the fun, and that's totally awesome because they're not quilters and they're learning to quilt.
Totally want to make the yard sauce.
I know. Okay, so yard sauce. Okay, we gotta talk about yard sauce real quick. So they've been talking about this yard sauce for months and months and months, and I'm not a farm girl. I didn't know what yard sauce was. I thought it was like bruschetta. So then they got the blender. So I'm watching the video driving. I'm not watching it. I'm just like, it's right there. I'm not really, but I do a lot of YouTube on the road. And they get the blender. I'm like, what are they doing? And then they blended it up, and I'm like, what? Then you just eat it like soup? I don't get it. And then they're like, oh, you put it over pasta, and I'm like, hello.
Yeah, you can freeze it.
I know, I'm a dingbat. I'm like, but so I'm glad they did that video because the whole time I thought they were talking about something else.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to try that.
Are you going to make it?
I think so, yeah. I don't have a garden, but I'll go to the farm.
But you got an HEB?
Yeah, that's true. We got an HEB. That'll suffice.
Okay, read the name for me because I can't read.
Sorry. Perdee Designs Long Arm Quilting.
So hers is block 2. She doesn't list the fabrics, but I love it. It looks like she's mixed some collections together. She's got lots of colors going. And again, when she sets that in, even if she did a dark sashing, that's going to really pop out. And I love this one. This is So Delightfully Yours. And she doesn't have a note, but it's very Valentine's-y. And I really, really, really love this one. And this is one that's more reproductionist. Her name is Star Gallon 11. And it's looking like she might have some Marcus Brothers 1800s. And I love that little cheddar print in the top. And then we've got Stacy Lindblom, and she's got block 2, and she also is using 2 colors. And it looks like it's a black and a white, and so I like that also. Or she says black and cream. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Okay, sorry, I had to sing.
Of all the songs I would expect you to sing.
Okay, sorry. And this is Steph Stitches, block 2 in the Ultimate Beginner Quilt Along. And okay, I need a piggy, what is that?
It's a
tape measure. I gotta have a piggy one. And that's really cute. I love those colors, really soft. Oh, I need one of those, a piggy thing. And then this one, she's also making 2, stitched by Red Thread, my 2 versions, next Thursday, and the release of block 3 seems so far away. This one was a week thing. It's rough on a girl who has been accustomed to instant gratification. So she's just talking about how you have to wait a week. So on the left, that's looking like basic gray fabrics. And on the right, that's looking like Bella Solids. And I love it. And you know that she must love orange because that orange is popping out of both of those. And then we've got Stitchin' with Stitch, block 2 done. Don't look too close. My seams don't match up perfectly. And you know what? That's okay. It's just a quilt. Whoever is going to even know that. Amy Shabaker, block 2. And that's awesome. That's batiks. That's batiks, and that's all batiks or batiks and prints mix. I'm not sure, but I know it's got some batiks in there. And then we've got Bobby Bean Naley, and she's got block 2, and she's doing all plaids and wovens, and so that's really cool. I don't know what collection that is. That might be Polly Minnick, an older collection, but that's really cool. And Erin Paulson, sewing along with Fat Quarter Shop, and I made my first 2 blocks tonight. Figured I should get caught up. I'm not exactly a beginner, but there's always more to learn, and I love the finished quilt. So thanks for sewing along, even though you're not a beginner, because that's one of the things that I was scared it wasn't going to be successful, because I thought everybody already knew how to sew. And then we've got Jade Groove Studio, finished block 2, and she's got a lot of Moda in there, and she's got some grunge, she's got some other stuff. I don't know the designers, but I like that mix, and I like that. I'm noticing in a lot of these blocks a lot of orange, so that's got some blue and orange. And then we've got Jenny Elf. And so she's got a fun 9 patch, and she's also got batiks mixed with prints. So don't be afraid to mix those 2 together. And then we've got Jessica Catterall, and we're back to the first one.
Okay, so we've got an incredible amount of super chats that have come in. Hang on, let me put the show away. The very first one that I'm gonna say, this is
absolutely incredible. Is my mic on? Okay. From Susie Clary. Susie just gave us $99.99.
I feel guilty.
You know.
Thank you.
That is amazing, Susie. Oh my gosh, like, thank you so much. I don't even know how to express my gratitude. Like, this is amazing.
Lily's gonna start crying.
I'm probably gonna start crying. Like, like the super
Don't start crying, because then I'm gonna start crying. Don't.
Okay.
Don't start
It just
crying.
really helps with all like the film equipment
It
and
does.
making live streams happen. Like
It
being
does.
able to pop up these graphics, like it requires a little bit of extra equipment and software. So
Yeah,
thank
and
you
just
so
like
much.
last week, we spent $500 on some like stuff to zoom in better.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're always upgrading, so that really helps.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then we had other super chats from Toadies PRZ for $14.99. So shout out to Totis or Totis maybe. And then Susie Clary before did $1.99. So thank you again, Susie. Oh my gosh. Okay. So continue.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave this little stack for next week. So I have back to school has started. I love it. But I have a lot of mom meetings, and I've got a lot of back to school parties, and I've got a lot of mom commitments. So I'm not gonna be able to sew this weekend. And yeah, so I'm gonna save this for next week. But I did want to remind you that the Winter Wonderland book by Sherry Falls. Sorry, I had something in my throat. We're doing a Sleigh Bell sampler quilt kit that Pat Sloan came up with. And so I just wanted to show you her block and remind you that we're doing that. And just kind of the reason we do this is just to show you that if you lose your job, or, you know, you've got a lot of kid things, pull out an old book and put it with different fabric. Put it with your stash. You don't always have to buy something new. So this is a way to repurpose an older pattern with newer fabric. So this is with Pat Sloan. Thank you to Pat Sloan for doing this. Totally love that you're working with us on that. And then Crystal took our Cream and Sugar Block of the Month book. And this book was designed by Sarah Price. And basically we have some 1800s fabrics going on in here, brown and white. Brown and cream. And she thought, what better thing to do than to do Tula Pink and Allison Glass. And so that just shows you that you can take any kind of book and make it your own. And her blocks are looking pretty perfect. And then I have a couple other things to show you. Okay, I'm super excited about this. We've been working on this for like almost 2 years, long time. And we're perfectionists here at Fat Quarter Shop. And so we came up with this Oh So Clean brush set. It is so cute. But wait till you open it. Look how cute it is! So we've got this little, there's a technical name for it. And it's like you can clean your glasses with it, or you can rub your sewing machine with it to get all that dust off the top. And we had to do a cute little quilt design. And then we've got a brush that is longer and, sorry, I'm going to pull them out. This brush is longer and skinnier so that you can really get in the spots. Oh, it's not showing up. White on white's not showing. Sorry, that idea was great. So this brush will really get in farther in your sewing machine, so this would work great in your bobbin case if you really need to get in there between the plate of your machine and the top of the bobbin, and you can just really get in there. And then we wanted one that was going to be like flatter. So you've got two brushes, and they're really nice quality, and this is the cutest thing ever. So we've got that. That's new, and I've been waiting to show you that, but it comes in a nice little case, and you can use this on your glasses. And I'm going to show you some other new fabrics that we've got going. This I thought was super cute. This is called Sweet Shop, and it is by Andover, and like I was saying earlier, I like dots. So this has a lot of dots and stripes, and so it's kind of a great bundle to have in your stash. It's super cute. And I just liked it, so I pulled it off the shelf to show you. We've got some other quilt kits. This is what I forgot to show you last week. Well, ran out of time. Snowball Fight quilt kit. So I'm going to show you. This is it's the Wimma pattern. It's a little P, which means it's a cheaper pattern, and it's a smaller pattern, and it's a great beginner pattern. Terry in customer service made this, and Gina Tell of Thread Graffiti quilted it for us. And the back is delicious. Yeah. Really pretty. And then we've got some more quilt kits to show you. These have been out for a while. This is Mockingbird quilt kit, and this is Joe Morton fabric. Nova from It's Wimma team designed this. This is the back, so I can show you the back. And then the front. And you'll notice one thing is, well, I'll tell you in a second. So this is Mockingbird. It's the name of it. Shelbyville is the collection, and Joe Morton is the fabric designer. Nova designed it, and Teresa in customer service made it, and Mike, who is the longarmquilter.net, quilted this one. And so I'm going to show you. If you like traditional, this is a great traditional quilt, but think about if you did something where you just put Tula Pink fabric in this, or Allison Glass or something, it would just be totally different. But it's kind of the same thing where you can make two things totally different. One thing I was going to point out is, you notice on this table, all of our quilts are folded with the back out. And the reason why is, if they're transported and they get dirty, you'd rather the back get dirty. So anytime you're folding quilts, it's great to have it folded with the back out. That's kind of a thing I do. So I'm going to unfold this one. This is a free block pattern that we have. Sorry. Okay, so this is a free block pattern. And then we also have a low price pattern available for purchase if you want to turn it into a quilt. It's called Postage Stamp Star. We used Bella Solids. Cheryl made this, and Mike quilted it. So Mike is longarmquilter.net. And these are Bella Solids on the front, and we have an awesome essential dot on the back.
And there is a tutorial for the block pattern.
There's a video tutorial. So those are our new items. And then we have a new Lori item. So this is super fun. So Lori designed this cross stitch. It's called Quilter's Cottage. And during the live stream, somebody said, the live stream on our FlossTube channel, which is a separate channel that you can subscribe to. And we just work with cross stitch. Someone said, I love it, but I'm not a cross stitcher. Could you make a quilt pattern? So we did. So we're going to pop up the book. Now, obviously, the fabric has not come out yet, so this is just a digital mock-up. So we changed it. I'm going to actually put this next to it so you can see the difference. We took the alphabet out, because obviously she's already done alphabets in her spelling bee book, but also the quilt would be too big. So we turned it into a quilt. And so we're going to have a book. You can pre-order the book. We have a quilt kit and a backing set. They're all available separately. So if you purchase the quilt kit, you do need to order the book separately. They're all separate purchases. And this is going to be using her Vintage Happy 2 collection. Now the collection comes out in December, but we designed this very recently, and we have to have time to get the fabric, to sew it. There's going to be some bonus projects in the book. Also, it's one of her lower price books, and it's obviously going to be wonderful because Lori Holt designed it. So that's also new for us. And so now, oh, and then this is the cross stitch pattern if you want to just see it. It's right there though. So now I can answer any questions. I'm going to clean this up a little bit because...
well, first I had 3 shout-outs lined up for people in the Stitch Squad.
Okay.
So the first one was this one.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I love this. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, Piggy. So Kevin all day long will send me jokes about Piggy, or like anytime he sees Piggy in like a newsletter or a pug, basically. Like our school, our boys' school had sent out a newsletter and it had a pig, a pug. So he always sends stuff, and then I always send him stuff. And I sent this to Kevin because I was like, oh my gosh, another dog likes Piggy. And he was like, oh my God. So I had to show that I love this because I got to rile Kevin up a little bit. And I showed my kids too. So this is Donna Sturm. She also posts a lot. So thank you, Donna. Okay, I loved this. I'm not even going to read it because I already know. She used Lori Holt's alphabet book, which is called The Spelling Bee, and she put that on the back of her quilt. And I love that because that's what I do on the back of my quilt. So that's an awesome way. Y'all are always asking about the backing. So that's a fun way. She put her initials and the year, and that heart also came from that book. So that's a way that she's repurposing, because I'm sure the front of it isn't Spelling Bee. So it's a way that you can just like keep using stuff over and over.
Oh, and this one.
Okay, you're going to read it because I can't read it.
Yeah, so this was from our YouTube. And hang on, I can't see the username. It's from Blar Roser. Let me turn my mic on here.
Okay, and basically, Blar is sewing along with our beginner series, but she's hand stitching everything because she doesn't have a sewing machine. So this just blew my mind that she's taking the time and dedication to do this. So
yeah, awesome. So we want to see your blocks. I want to see that. That's awesome.
Okay, those are the
shout-outs I had.
Okay.
And then questions. We'll just take a couple here. Okay. Well, the first
one was a comment from Lillian Roth. She said, "You will have to name a piece of equipment after Susie." LOL, after Susie made her big super chat. So yes, next piece of equipment.
Yes!
We are naming after Susie.
I get it. Yes. Okay, so not only does Lily name these cameras, she gets the label machine and puts a pretty label on it. So then she's got this like real pretty professional label, and it says fancy, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know that that's what it meant until she started. I didn't know she named everything until she started talking about it on the live stream. And then one day we were filming and it like literally says fancy, and I was like, oh, she's not kidding. I thought she was like kind of kidding.
No.
But they're all labeled because like we have a lot of stuff going on here, and then they don't get lost.
Yeah.
And then we know like, okay, which one it is, I guess. I don't know how to do any of the stuff. I can't even, no.
It's easier to keep track, and I'm a dork and I name everything. So yes,
okay,
next.
So when we name it, she's going to show you.
Yes, it'll either be named Susie, or Susie, if you're still in the chat, tell me what you want me to name it and I will do it. Let's see. Nice comment from Elaine H. She says, "Kimberly, I don't know why you worry. Your videos are so professional, more than anyone else," when you were talking about beginner series.
Well, I'm a perfectionist, and I really want to deliver something to you. And the YouTube channel came about because I wanted to give back to you, to learn how to do things. And I mean, you're my customer, so I don't want you to just like buy and get nothing in return. So I really hold myself to a very high standard on all of the things that I do. You can ask the girls behind the camera because they see it every day.
Okay, and then from Deirdre Powell, is it too late to join the Quilt Along? Asking about beginner series.
Oh no, totally. You can, and it's very beginner, so you could spend the weekend catching up, and you don't even have to stay caught up. You can still do a week at a time, just be behind. And we're hoping this series lasts forever, and that people can always refer to it. And as we go along, if people have questions on 9-patch, they can go back to that. Or do you have a question on how to use a leader or ender, we can refer them to that. So we're hoping it lives on forever.
Yeah, like the videos will be up forever. The blog tutorials will be up forever. You can always join in. Okay, and then Leanne Olson says, the tulip pillow is at Lori Holt. Where do I find it, please? I have no control when it comes to Fat Quarter Shop. Always inspiring.
Oh, thanks. So this is a PDF that she sells on our site. We can link to it. I don't remember the name of it. But Lori and I, a couple summers ago, we got together in a hotel room and we used her scraps and we sewed this, and we have matching ones. So she has one, I have one, and my contribution was to sew it, and her contribution was to quilt it and turn it into a pillow. So, and I don't know, Lori and I like to have matching stuff so that when I don't know, it's kind of our thing. Like, we like to have things that remind us of each other. Like, we have some, and it may sound totally stupid to y'all, but we love each other. And like, we have some little like jewelry things like that we bought at the same time. And then like, we can just think about each other because like, I don't ever get to see her like twice a year. So we like to have matching things. So we have matching pillows. This used to be in my house, but then I had to bring it, and now I'm jealous because I miss it.
Oh.
Hashtag BFFs for life. Funny comment from Tina Rutin. She said, I almost burnt my dinner in the oven because I was too fascinated with the live stream.
Oh, that's funny.
I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even know how to use my oven. No, I mean, I really do, but like legit, I don't cook.
Roxanne White says, where can I find a design board? I need one.
Okay, so we sell them, but we also have a video on how to make them. So if you search design board on our site, we have some small, medium, and large. They are Lori Holt's idea. They are her designer. She makes a commission off of them. They use her fabric, but if you want to make one yourself, you can go to our YouTube channel and just search how to make a design board. They're made with, what do you call that board? Sorry. Foam core board, 1/2 inch wide, batting on the top, binding around it, and some people just glue the binding down. I mean, you can't sew it down. So you could glue it down, and some people who don't want to do the fabric, they just get that pretty duct tape that they make now at Michael's and just glue it down. But the whole point of it is to have that batting on top so that when you cut, you can go from your cutting table to your sewing table to your ironing table, and you don't have to constantly reposition to save yourself time in your sewing studio.
Yeah, Denise and I were trying to work out the math. I think it's less than 1/2 inch.
Oh,
width. Yeah.
Sorry.
They're not that thick.
They're not that big. 1/4 inch. 3/16. Sorry.
Pretty much like the ones you get at like the craft section for like school supplies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
school
for
supplies. Yes. And use those coupons. Back to school coupons.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm just gonna do just one more cute comment here. If you have any questions I didn't get to in the live stream, feel free to like wait about 10 minutes after the live stream's over and put it in the comments, and we will answer it for you afterwards. But last comment is from Peach. She said, I will have to get that collection. My mom says fiddle-dee-dee, and it makes me laugh. And I thought that was just cute. Oh, that's
cute. Yeah, that is cute. So thank you guys. Lily and I really appreciate you guys. We love every Friday. It's probably the favorite time of our week is doing the live streams because we can actually talk to you. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and if you need to be inspired some more, pick up Melinda Gates' book. I think she even donates proceeds to charity for that book. So see you next week.